It's our first day back riding along the Andes mountain range. In this episode, we explore the scenic route through the picturesque Parque Nacional Los Alerces, following its lakes and mountain views. We also visit the legendary ranch of Butch, Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, two of America's most infamous outlaws. And just when we thought we had our plans set, a big decision forces us to change the course of our journey through South America. The plans have really taken a U-turn. We are now going to go
Good morning. Last night we slept well. We're just packing up camp. We're right next to Route 40, so yeah, we did get a little bit of an early awakening by all the trucks and the cars coming past, but slept well. It was nice, bit fresh. That's why we're keeping the layers on again today. Today's plan, we're going to keep riding north on Route 40 for a little while, and then we're going to peel off west onto a smaller road, Route 71. It's a bit more scenic. We're going to go past some lakes. We're going to be going back into the Andes, so it should be a little bit picturesque and a little bit more enjoyable than staying on Route 40. And then, yeah, the aim is to get just outside Bariloche tonight. Listen to these lorries. That's what we were getting woken up to this morning about 4 or 5 a.m. So yeah, not that enjoyable. But yeah, we're going to head to Bariloche and just stay outside the town, city tonight. On our way up Route 71, apparently there's a ranch that Butch, Cassidy and the Sundance Kid bought, I think in the early 1901, maybe until 1905. So thank you. We're going to check that out en route and see what that's like. Okay, we're ready to hit the road. Let's go. Riding out of our little campsite. It was a good stop for the night. The lady, Adios. She was lovely. She was really nice. She came around this morning and she even asked us if we needed any hot water for our breakfast. Yeah, she was really nice to us. You can see the dust and the guys rounding up the cattle on horseback with dogs. Hayley's just come out of the fuel station. She told me she was just using the bathroom and she's come out with these hot bagels. Oh, with bacon and cheese. Just pulled out of Esquel and onto RP71. It's already looking promising. We're coming into the mountains and you can see the peaks in the distance. Exciting to ride towards them because you just know you're going to go through the twisties and the scenery is going to be something else. I'm behind this guy carrying his bales in the back of his trailer, and I'm not too fussed, to be honest with you, because it's nice just going slow and enjoying the views. I don't mind cruising like this for a while. Oh wow. I think we need to pull in, take a few pictures of this, enjoy the view. How nice was that?
Oh, it's beautiful. Reminds me, what's nice about it is that it's reminding me of like places we've been to in Chile, because obviously we're not that far.
Just over the other side of the mountains, really.
Yeah. So it's kind of bringing me back to those areas. Not a bad way to kick off our return to the Andes Mountains. Parque Nacional Los Alerces welcomed us with pristine lakes framed by ancient alerce trees, some of the longest living trees on Earth, and stunning peaks towering in the distance. This park is the ultimate spot to relax. Up until now, we felt pretty confident with every decision we've made about the routes that we've taken and the places we visited or skipped, but leaving this place so soon is one choice we wish we could change. At least we know now where to find this hidden gem if or when we return to this part of the world.
Oh, there it goes. There's a wasp.
Really?
Yeah, it was a wasp. I saw it go.
Thank wow. So I just pulled over because it was seconds. I've had my visor down the whole time because the dust from Matt was getting into my eyes. As soon as I opened it, because we got onto paved roads, I opened it and within 2 seconds something flew into my helmet and I could hear like a little buzzing. So we pulled over, I took the helmet off and a wasp flew out. Thank God I took the helmet off. Ooh, that was a close one.
So we think this is the track that leads to Butch Cassidy and the Sundance kids' old ranch. There weren't any signposts off the main road. Looks nice. Hayley.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, famously portrayed in the iconic 60s film,
You've never met a pair like Butch and Sundance.
were two of America's most notorious outlaws. After a series of bank and train robberies, they fled to South America in the early 1900s, seeking refuge in Patagonia. They ran this very ranch here in Chubut for a couple of years, raising cattle and horses, keeping a low profile and blending in with the local community, before inevitably returning back to the life of crime. Their story ended in Bolivia, where they were reportedly killed in a shootout. Their time in Patagonia ties this wild, remote landscape to the legendary tale of these infamous outlaws.
You finding us somewhere to stay?
I am. Somewhere that's about an hour away. I reckon. Maybe this town? El Bolson? Seems to be lots of...
Little camp spots there.
Yeah. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Suena bien.
Suena bien.
Suena bien.
Oh, look at that little nose. Oh, greasy. That was a nice, well-kept little place. Okay, next stop, El Bolson. We've got about 70 k's. We've picked out a little campsite. It's a paid one, and we'll pick up some food and head there. We're riding down into this valley and it's just lined with trees. As far as you can see, it's all green. River running down through the base of it. It's just such a difference compared to where we were 2 days ago on the east coast of Argentina, where everything was arid, barren, and all you had, it was flat as well, and all you had was the little tufts of grass and guanacos everywhere. Now we've come across to the west side, completely different. Such a contrast. We've noticed these guys performing at the traffic lights quite a lot here in South America. I just saw those seats flying up in the air. I knew what was coming. So just driving through this little town, El Bolson. It's a pretty little place. It's got a nice little feel to it, and surrounded by the mountains up there. We've picked out a little campsite, and the reason we've picked it is because the owner apparently has adopted 9 street dogs. So yeah, apparently there's 9 little dogs there, which are very friendly. So we thought it'd be quite nice to stay there and go and see them. Hola. Camping? Yeah. See? One sleeping dog. 2 sleeping dogs. And this one who just keeps eating these, I'm not quite sure what they are, berries maybe, that are coming off this tree.
Set up camp. The sun is setting. Look at the sun setting on the beautiful mountains over there. Chef Matty Boy is cooking up some ribs that we picked up from the shop. I may have accidentally bought a bit too much.
Not bad though, not a bad thing.
It wasn't an accident. Today was really, really beautiful. Really loved that whole area. So glad that we decided to get off Route 40 for a little bit and explore around the lake. It was really nice, and it felt like we'd already kind of been in that area, because a lot of Chile looks like that as well. So it was quite nice coming back to landscapes that look similar. And then yeah, my GoPro mount broke off my helmet as we were riding, so that was fun. I feel like everything is just slowly breaking. The technology, both my GoPros are playing up, one of his is, amongst loads of other things. So I guess that's the joys of being on the road and taking our bikes on gravelly and corrugated roads. It's bound to happen. Well, we're both absolutely pooped. We're kind of like zombies now, just trying to cook this food and then go to bed. So we're going to cook, go to bed, and get ready for tomorrow. We've got a few beggars. One down there, one down there. 1, 2, 3, cuddle. Oh, no, don't. You two like each other, no? It's okay. This dog's in between you. You don't like each other, do you? Little doggy, little doggy, little doggy. Yes, yes, yes. Little doggy, little doggy, 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 doggy.
There's a little cat coming.
We're still at camp. We have left very late today, and these guys are to blame. There's 14 dogs here in this campsite and 4 cats. So we've just been playing with them for the past 12 hours. They're so gorgeous. I want to take them home. So today is going to be a short ride. We're heading to Bariloche. Then we want to check out the area. It's next to some beautiful lakes, but also run a few errands as well. We've got a few things that we need to get done.
I'm going to have a look at trying to get a new front tyre, because mine seemed to have worn out a little bit quicker than any of the others on my bike or Hayley's bike.
Yeah.
So yeah, I might try and see about doing that.
Well, I also need to look at my front tyre as well. It's not as urgent as Matt's. But my, what's it called? A GoPro camera mount snapped off. I was trying to convince myself that naturally occurred, but I do think maybe it was something to do with me. Luckily I didn't lose the camera, but yeah, it's something we need to resolve today, which hopefully we can find something in Bariloche. We're all packed up, so
let's hit the road.
Let's hit the road.
Oh, Hayley, he's here. Gracias. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. For the... Gracias. Adios. So that guy, his name was Fabian, and he was super kind to us. He was really hospitable. We couldn't speak to him and he couldn't speak to us really, but it doesn't matter. He let us stay for free. Don't get me wrong, the campsite wasn't really up to what it formerly was. I don't think there was no electricity. I think he must be under hard times, but he's trying to look after all these dogs and cats. And when we arrived, he found us a nice little camp spot. He brought us a little fire pit over, gathered loads of wood for us. He was just really kind and accommodating to us. So yeah, left from there feeling very positive about it and appreciative.
We searched El Bolson for tyres, but sadly came up empty-handed. So we decided to take the scenic route north and head into the city of Bariloche, capturing more beautiful scenery along the way, hoping we could find tyres and replacement parts there.
All right, so we are checked into our hotel in Bariloche. We've been for a little walk around town looking for a front tyre for me, and unfortunately it didn't pay off. We thought this was probably the best town out of all the closest ones, within a few hundred k's, but we've been to 3-4 little motorbike garages and no good. At the present moment we don't have a front tyre for me to ride off on, and I don't know, I'll probably get a few hundred k's out of mine, but nothing more I don't think. So we are coming up with a plan B tonight now. I think we'll rack our brains and bang our heads together a little bit and come up with a plan, but for now we're not sure where we're going to go next. To be continued.
So we've spent the evening and the morning coming up with a plan over the next few days. We've decided that Matt's tyre cannot wait any longer and it needs to be addressed as soon as possible. So the plans have really taken a U-turn. We are now going to go back into Chile and get the tyres sorted. So the original plan was to go up the west coast of Argentina until we crossed over to Chile to go into Santiago. We're now going to Chile now, just because, well, there's a few reasons why. One being availability for the specific tyres that we need. We need more sort of adventure style tyres for the type of terrain that we ride. And B, it's more the price. How much were the tyres in Argentina when we went to the shops yesterday?
They were basically twice as much as we paid for them in Chile, and they weren't very good tyres either. The selection, they didn't have many, and the ones they did have were really, really expensive. So yeah, I don't really want to be putting that on my bike to start with, and I don't want to be paying that much money for it either.
So yeah, there's a few reasons why we're deciding to do it this way. We're just going to bite the bullet. We're going to head there to a town in Chile called Osorno, which they have a motorbike shop. I think they have a few branches around the country. They specialise in adventure motorbike riding equipment, accessories, bikes, etc. So it's the perfect place for us to find the tyres. The only issue is that it's a long public holiday this weekend. So nothing is open, including the border crossing, until Monday or even Tuesday. So we've decided we're going to make the most of it and have our own little miniature break, find a little camp spot somewhere along this lovely lake that we're staying on, which I'll just quickly show you. So we're in Bariloche at the moment, so we're hopefully going to find a campsite a little bit further out and spend a few days there until everything opens up again. Then we'll cross the border and get the tyres sorted. So I'm out of service today, so I won't be doing any videoing throughout the course of today. We were trying to resolve the chin mount this morning, ran out of time. Checkout is pretty much now, so we have to leave now, get everything on the bike and get out of here. So we're going to do that now and hit the road and try and find ourselves a lovely little camp spot to call home for the next few days.
Get my earplugs in.
Full of earwax. Ew.
So I don't have to hear you talking to me.
Very rude.
All good? I'll follow you. So that was a nice little stay at that guest house. Owners were really, really friendly again. We're finding that everywhere we've been here in Argentina. The people have been really hospitable to us and friendly. They all want to chat and find out your story, where you're going, where you've been. So one of the reasons we came to Bariloche was to try and stock up on a few things yesterday. A few little electronics, SD cards, cables that had broke, mounts that had broke, also a tyre for the front of my bike. Unfortunately, we didn't really get much here. There wasn't as much as we expected there to be, and especially in terms of the bike shops, the motorbike stores. They were all very small and didn't have much stock at all, and what they did have was very, very expensive. We're not too far from the border. It would be a couple of 100 k's, maybe a few 100 k's until we got to a town in Chile where we could get tyres, bits and pieces, electronics, etc., and just restock a few things. So it's going to be beneficial for us. Although we're not going north and we're not progressing the route that we wanted to, we're going to have to head directly west. It's fine. You need to do these things. You can't always keep going in one direction, and the plans do have to change and alter as and when needed. This is the little town of Villa La Angostura. Lovely ride coming into it, following the side of the lake. We ended up getting in a procession of cars and other vehicles, which is understandable.
How cute is this?
And Hayley's coming in to have a little chat, a one-way chat.
OMG.
She's feeling the same way. She obviously can't hear anything I'm saying because my microphone is still out of action. So she just pops in and tells me how she's feeling now and again. This is where Hayley's found a little campsite for us, I think.
Oh, chicken.
So we found a camp spot in a place called Villa La Angostura, just a little bit north from Bariloche. So found this campground. It's always a bit of a lucky draw when you go on Google Maps trying to find a campground, but we have really hit the jackpot. We've got some seating. We've got our own decking. We've got our own mat, making...
Gonna get a barbecue going.
Get a barbecue going.
Picked up some meat. Gonna have a glass of wine with it.
Yep.
Bit of a parrilla.
Parrilla. And then some seating there with our tent. And then we've got this view. We're pretty chuffed that we're here, and we're going to spend a couple of nights here and get some bits done and just chill, really.
Yeah. Wait for the long weekend to pass. Not a bad place to do it, I don't think. Nice and salted. Let's get it on.
If I didn't know any better, I'd think that we were feeding like 5 people here, 6 people.
Or just us 2 greedy pigs. We've been in Chile and Argentina for a while now, and we've not cooked over any coals, and the locals do it every day. They do it all the time, cook a lot of meat. They're renowned for eating lots of meat, and we thought we would follow suit and try it. We're having a couple of days off to relax. This is our holiday, so we're treating ourselves and we're enjoying it.
And we've not had lunch.
And we've not had lunch.
That's another way to justify this huge amount of food.
That's cooking a bit too quick.
While we regretted not spending enough time at the national park the day before, we definitely made up for it in this beautiful spot. If it hadn't been for that decision we regretted at the time, we might not have been able to stay here for as long, or worse yet, come across this little gem at all. Sometimes the wrong turn leads you to somewhere just as amazing, if not better.